How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Memories from the Rails. My name's John, and we're going to head to the city of Portland, Oregon for this memory. More specifically, we're going to head to Cully Park in Portland, Oregon. Now, what I can remember from Cully Park in Portland, Oregon is that it was located off of Northeast 72nd Avenue, and you were basically up on a hill, and you were overlooking Union Pacific's Kenton line, which is one of the lines that come off the Portland sub. Now, there's a lot of traffic noise in this area. You have the busy thoroughfare on Northeast Columbia Boulevard to the north, and you have another busy thoroughfare of Northeast Lombard to the south. So there's plenty of road traffic and road noise to be had. However, this is a really good place to shoot. Now, looking to the north, you can see a good ways up the line. So if you have inbound traffic, you'll see them coming. And if you look to the south, you'll notice some signals. Now, these signals can kind of be tough to read. However, if you look a little further to the south, you'll see a grade crossing at Northeast Cully Boulevard. And when this grade crossing activates, this will be a really good tool to indicate whether rail traffic's coming in either direction. Now, bear with me here because I'm going to jump around a little bit, but this tends to be some important information. When trains are traveling on Union Pacific's Portland subdivision, they can go in one of a couple directions when they reach CP Troutdale in Troutdale, Oregon. They can veer off onto the Graham Line, and the Graham Line will take trains down into the city of Portland, Oregon. And if trains do travel on the Graham Line, they can go in one of a couple directions. When they do reach more of Portland proper, the trains can veer off and head for Union Pacific's Albina Yard, which is near the Fremont Bridge. Rail traffic can also cross the Willamette River and head for Lake Yard, or trains that are taking the Graham Line can continue south, geographically speaking, get on the Brooklyn sub and head for Eugene, Oregon. Now, there's also another possibility when trains reach CP Troutdale, and they're coming off of Union Pacific's Portland sub. And this possibility is they can head onto the Kenton line. Now, the Kenton line, for a good while, will follow North Columbia Boulevard. Geographically speaking, the trains will head west. And when they're traveling this line, they can go in many different directions. When they reach Peninsula Junction in Portland, Oregon, they can take a lead for the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Seattle subdivision. And if they head north on the Seattle sub, they can go to terminals such as United Grain in Vancouver, Washington, Temco Kalama in Kalama, Washington, the Kalama Export Company, or PV in Kalama, Washington. They can also go to the EGT terminal in Longview, or they can head for the Longview Switching Company's yard and either drop cars at that yard, or there's a train that's bound for that yard, they can roll into the Longview Switching Company's yard there in Longview, Washington, or they can continue north for the Seattle-Tacoma area and for various terminals. Now, if rail traffic doesn't take the lead around Peninsula Junction and head north on BNSF Seattle subdivision, rail traffic still has a number of possibilities for destinations on the Kenton line. And these destinations include Union Pacific's Barnes Yard, the Northwest Container Service Inc.'s facility. Trains can also go to T4. They can end up at the Columbia Export Terminal, also known as Columbia Grain. And if that wasn't enough, trains can also go to the Ramsey Yard in Portland, Oregon. Or the Rivergate facility, which was T5, and that's a potash facility. An SD-70M leads a unit grain train along the Kenton line. Let's listen in. While working Cully Park in Portland, Oregon, I know that I am bound to see a wide variety of rail traffic. Bearing this in mind, I know there's a possibility of seeing unit soda ash trains, unit potash trains, unit grain trains, container trains, trash trains, unit oil trains, mixed manifest trains, various locals, and much more. Now, I encountered this unit grain train again at Chimney Park, but that'll be another discussion for another video. However, as I watched this train continue to proceed west, geographically speaking, if I was to hazard to say, I would say that this unit grain train ultimately was bound for the Ramsey Yard and then on for Columbia Grain, or formerly known as the Columbia Export Terminal. Now, I'd like to take the time to say thank you for watching my second edition of Memories from the Rails. Coming to you from Portland, Oregon and Cully Park, this John, signing off.